Hey everyone, this is a short video introducing you to a teaching I've made for this week, and then also to update you on our church and to encourage you as a person. So first, with the teaching I made, it's based on a sermon that I wrote last month on one-on-one spiritual practice, and it reads a lot like an article. This PDF, I'll put it, or I'll share it on the various means by which we communicate as a church. It'll be a downloadable thing. I guess you could print it off if you want, but it's a quick read, and so the goal is to encourage us all to do spiritual practices and to spend one-on-one time with Jesus during these days of quarantine. But something that's really important, I think, that's in it is if you were there for my sermon, I listed out some examples of how to engage in meditation, prayer, and study. So I've detailed those and included them on this PDF that will help us get some handles and I think like guides, signposts for engaging in spiritual practice. And I think that this quarantine is not a surprise to God. I think He's going to use it to purify and refine His church and all of us as individuals. Personal renewal is happening. And so let's seek Him. Let's go spend time with Jesus. Instead of being anxious and worried like Martha in the kitchen, let's be like Mary who sat at His feet and listened. So from here on out, Josh and I are going to give teachings each Sunday. We might do a video, or we will do a video for each, but they might be some combo of video and a document that we send out. If we do a video teaching, it won't be super long. It'll be 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll include a document that we can look at and follow along with, or be useful to us as a quiet time or something like that. But again, that'll come out each Sunday in lieu of a teaching. And then also, each Sunday from here on out, I will host a prayer and worship gathering via Zoom. And so what Zoom is, if you don't know, is an app that we can all meet on virtually. It's kind of like Skype or Google Hangouts, but it's just my personal favorite. And so I'll send a link out each week for that meeting, for the virtual gathering. It'll be at 3:30, and I'll just start the meeting then, or the gathering then, via Zoom, and I will just like be tuning my guitar, and much like a normal gathering that we do, we'll have that 30 minutes to just hang out. People can chat virtually on the Zoom call, and then at 4 we'll begin the prayer and worship. So again, that first 30 minutes between 3:30 and 4, you can just pop in anytime, but at 4 is when we'll start worship. And some of the logistics on that, if you're a techie person, we'll just mute everyone, and then I will lead the songs, and that will prevent like the feedback loop that'll sometimes start with that. So if that doesn't make any sense to you because you're not into that technical side of stuff, don't worry about it. It's going to be great. But anyway, Zoom is a free app. If I haven't already said that, I'll send out a link. You can even share that link with other people and invite them into the prayer and worship. It's totally not a closed thing, and you can use that on your computer or phone. The app is free. Download it. It'll be great. As far as MCs go, we are going to continue meeting as in missional communities virtually, but also just for now, and then as well as as missional communities, I think it's really important in these days for us to stay connected and to share in community however creatively we can get. I've heard some really good ideas that include social distancing and CDC regulations. So please stay committed to your missional communities, and let's support one another in both word and deed. And with that, thank you for being patient with me and Josh and Margheim and the other leaders of our church as we're still learning how to best communicate and continue existing as the church together during this really strange time. But with that, please reach out with any ideas that you have for us to be the church and on mission, even virtually, or creative ways to serve our neighbors and to serve one another. And then please send me prayer requests. Share prayer requests as often as you can as they come up, even if they're not for yourself, if they're for other people. I've been regularly praying for each of you by name in the mornings, and I've been lifting up the requests that people have shared with me. So please, you can send me a message or whatever, and I will lift those up each morning. Moreover, tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to do a Zoom meeting, which I'll share a link for either today or tomorrow. But it'll be from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m., and you can just come and hang out with me there. It's kind of like a virtual office hour or something. So I'll just be getting work done on my computer. You can hop in, and then we can chat. I don't know how many people will come, but either way, we can share prayer requests there, or even pray together, or just chat. I got some crazy stories I can share with you. It's just a way to hang out. And even if you just come by for 5 minutes within that hour and a half, it's not a big deal. But again, please look at the teaching and the sermon that I've made for this week, the one-on-one spiritual practice. Please consider regularly engaging with Jesus, sitting at his feet, especially during this time. He is our hope. He is our guide. He's our refuge. He's mighty and powerful, and yet loving and faithful and steadfast. And he loves you. He loves his church, and he is with us, our ever-present help. And so with that, hope you're all well. Send me prayer requests. I'm looking forward to next Sunday, and I will hope to see you soon, either virtually or in person. So love you guys. Bye-bye.